Rock and come in, baby, oh, baby, me say rock and come in.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Whitney and I'm here to provide you with natural hair content. So today I'm going to be giving you 5 medium, regular, normal hair porosity tips, and that usually applies for myself because I am medium to high porosity, so I do use these tips on a regular basis to assist with maintaining the health of my hair. So let's get into it. Tip 1 would be to use warm water while you're washing or styling your hair. Now, you don't want to be using cold water because your cuticles are already sort of open, and cold water doesn't really help. It's really just going to close your cuticles if you're using cold water to style your hair. If you're using warm water, it's opening your cuticles so that the moisture from your products are able to be absorbed more easily and better. Tip 2 that I would have is applying your products on damp hair. So I tend to get the best results when my hair is either almost soaking wet or damp and I'm applying my products, especially when I'm doing wash and goes, even twist outs. If I apply my products or do my styling techniques on almost dry hair, I don't get the best results, and usually my hair will end up being more frizzy or it doesn't absorb the product as well as to when it's damp. So that is something that you guys can try out if you're struggling with getting the best wash and go. You do have to take into consideration all different things when you're trying to do styles. How much product you're putting in, how is the water that you're putting in, is it warm, is it cold, is it hot? Those things you need to take into account when you're trying to find the best method for you. Tip 3 would be to deep condition with heat. So I do this all the time. I deep condition while I'm in the shower. So what I'll do is I'll wash my hair, I'll apply my deep conditioner while I'm in the shower, twist it up and throw them kind of into bantu knots and clip them, and then I put a shower cap on. Once I finish my shower, I get out, I heat up my heating cap, and I'll link it down below. I did get it off of Amazon, so you can use it to do your deep conditioning treatments. And I'll just pop that into the microwave for about a minute and 10 to a minute and 20 seconds. Take it out, put it on my head, and I sit with that on my head for about 30 minutes. And with that, I do prefer using that like over a steamer or over a hooded dryer, because with the heating cap you can kind of walk around and do what you need to do without any cares. You're not attached to the wall because you have to sit under something. So it is one of the good benefits of having a heating cap. Tip 4 would be to use multiple products while you're styling. So people who have medium porosity hair, you'll usually notice, I mean, of course it's also based on your preference. If I just use a leave-in in my hair, it's not gonna turn out nice. I'm gonna have so much frizz, and by the third, not even second, maybe even by the end of the day, my hair is just gonna be a poof ball. So using more styling products does help. A leave-in is usually used for your moisturizing step of your styling process, and then you want to use your cream or your gel. So if you're using a cream, it's usually for your definition of your curls, and then your gels are usually for the hold, but your gel can also be for the definition as well. So you don't have to use tons and tons of products. If you can just find the right leave-in conditioner and the right styling product, so either a cream or a gel, you should be good to go. Normally I like to use 2 products during my wash and goes, either a leave-in conditioner and a styling cream, or a leave-in conditioner and a gel. Or if I could find a styling cream that's very moisturizing, I'll use a styling cream and then a gel. But styling creams and a gel sometimes might be too heavy for my hair, so it'll weigh it down. So I tend to stay away from that unless it's a lightweight styling cream. So really up to you on how you want to layer your products. Some people will layer with leave-in, a curling cream, a gel, a mousse, like 4 different things. You really don't need that many things on your hair, and that will also create buildup on your hair and your scalp. Tip 5 would be to use protein treatments every once in a while. We tend to focus more so on wanting to have moisture in our hair and That's basically all we look for, is the moisture, because we want our hair to be soft and everything. But we do need to remember to use protein. Protein is what your hair is made up of. So if you're always putting moisturizers in your hair and you're always using deep conditioners that are moisturizing and never using protein treatments, depending on how often you do it and how long you leave it in, you can always end up having hydro fatigue, which is basically having too much moisture in your hair. And when you have too much moisture in your hair, you'll notice that it's pretty limp, it's very soft to the touch, and it just doesn't feel or look good. It doesn't hold your styles good. So somebody who has hydro fatigue will use a protein treatment. But to even avoid getting to that step, use a protein treatment in your regimen. So if you're using a protein treatment maybe twice a month or once a month, that's a good way to start off. So there will be different intensities of protein treatments, so you want to be careful as to which protein treatments that you're using. One thing that you want to realize look for when you're looking for protein treatments is in the title or in the name of the product, you'll usually see restorative, repair, strengthen. Those are usually treatments that will have protein ingredients included in the ingredients list. So things like that will usually have proteins in them. You also want to use hydrolyzed protein, because those proteins are broken down so that the molecules are small enough to penetrate your hair strands. Whereas if you're using, for instance, your DIYs to put protein into your hair, so like people who are mixing mayo with like eggs and that type of DIY, those are not penetrating your hair strands as a regular one that you would buy in the store. Those are really just kind of sitting on top of your hair, and they're not really getting into the hair strands and penetrating your cortex as well as a store-bought protein treatment. So just something to put out there for people who do like to do their DIYs and they're using egg and mayo. It's not exactly doing much to your hair. It might seem like it is, but it's not. It's mostly just coating the outside of your hair. So the outside is going to seem like, okay, yeah, it got the benefits of this DIY, but the inside hasn't been penetrated because the molecules of those products are too big to penetrate into the strands. That's basically it for my tips. And if you use these tips, or if you have other tips, link them down below in the comments. Also, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Later.